Hi everyone, it is Atia of Booking It with Atia. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a nice book mail haul. These are the 21 books that I was sent by publishers, authors, and there's actually a few books that were sent to me by a book box that reached out, and we're just gonna dive right in and get through these as quickly as possible. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you're notified every time I put out a new video. And yeah, let's do this. Let us do this. So the first two we have are actually by the same person. And that is the paperback of The American Queen by Vanessa Miller, as well as The Filling Station by Vanessa Miller. This is a new release. This one came out sometime last year and is coming out on paperback. And so these are both historical fiction books. This one fictionalizes the very real history of a Black kingdom in the post-slavery South, and it follows the woman who would become its queen, hence the American Queen. And then this one, all I know is it takes place during the Tulsa race riots. Okay, so it says two sisters, one unassuming haven, endless opportunities for grace. Sisters Margaret and Evelyn Justice have grown up in the prosperous Greenwood district of Tulsa, Oklahoma, also known as Black Wall Street. In Greenwood, the Justice sisters had it all: movie theaters and entertainment venues, beauty shops and clothing stores, high-profile businesses like law offices, medical clinics, and banks. When Evelyn aspires to head off to the East Coast to study fashion design, recent college grad Margaret plans to settle in Greenwood, teaching at the local high school and eventually raising a family. Then the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre upends everything they know and brings them unspeakable loss. Left with nothing but each other, the sisters flee along what would eventually become iconic Route 66 and stumble upon the Threat Filling Station, a safe haven and the only place where they can find a shred of hope in oppressive Jim Crow America. At the filling station, they're able to process their pain, fill up their souls, and find strength as they wrestle with a faith in God that has left them feeling abandoned. So yeah, you can see there's a bookmark. I'm hoping to get to this fairly soon, hopefully before the month is up. Thank you to Thomas Nelson Fiction for both of these. Next up, we have from Simon Teen. This Could Be Forever by Ebony Liddell. This is a YA romance. It says this compelling and complex romance about love across cultures follows a Black girl and a brown boy who finds themselves and each other while pursuing their passions the summer before college. Ooh, okay. And then we have a translated historical fiction called Goodbye My Princess by Faye Wo Si Kun, translated by Tian Shu. This one, the only thing more dangerous than a king is his heir. Okay, so there's a woman, she's a happy-go-lucky bride. She has everything she ever wants as the crown princess except the crown prince's heart, because he is a heartless boy. As she puzzles out the tangled threads of her past and her complicated feelings for the enigmatic husband she both loves and hates, what she doesn't realize is that she's setting a course straight to tragedy. Because power will always have its price. The only question is if Xiao Feng will survive it long enough to pay. Once again, thank you to Simon Teen. Then we have two from Scribner Books. The first one being The Unworthy by Augustina Basterica. This is the author of Tender is the Flesh. I don't know much about this. I know like nothing. It says, from her cell in a mysterious convent, cloistered away from the climate catastrophe that has plunged the world into chaos, a woman writes the story of her life in whatever she can find: discarded ink, dirt, and even her own blood. A lower member of the sacred sisterhood, deemed an unworthy, she dreams of ascending to the ranks of the enlightened at the center of the convent and of pleasing the forbidding superior sister. When a strange newcomer joins the ranks of the unworthy, the narrator is forced to consider her long-buried past. As she grows closer to the newcomer, she is increasingly haunted by questions that she can no longer ignore. How did she get to the sacred sisterhood? Why can't she remember her life before? And what really happens when a woman is chosen to be enlightened? Okay. Then we have The Persians by Sanam Maulauji, and this is a darkly funny, life-affirming debut novel following 5 women from a once illustrious Iranian family as they grapple with revolutions, personal and political. Okay. By turns satirical and philosophical, spanning from 1940s Iran to a splintered 2000s, The Persians upends the reader's expectations while exploring questions about love, family, money, art, and how to find yourself and each other when your country is lost. Wry and witty, brazen and absurd, The Persians is a deeply moving reinvention of the American family saga. Once again, thank you to Scribner Books for these 2. Next up, we have 5 books from the same publisher. I'm trying to think, did I ever say what months these are from? This is January and February's book mail haul. I don't think I ever said. So the first one we have is, and these are all from Berkeley Romance, we have The Love Simulation by Etta Easton. This is about a passionate vice principal and a guarded science teacher competing for a grand prize, only to realize their budding relationship might be the real jackpot. Then we have Just Our Luck by Denise Williams. It says a lottery ticket plus donuts equals love in this steamy new fake dating romance from beloved author Denise Williams. I love me some fake dating and also love Denise Williams as an author. So yeah, I know there's a lottery ticket involved and apparently donuts. Then we have one of my most anticipated releases, and that is I Got Abducted by Aliens and Now I'm Trapped in a Rom-Com by Kimberly Lemming. This is also apparently a Wizard in Oz retelling, which I didn't realize until I was reading the synopsis, because I haven't read the synopsis. I just knew she was coming out with a new book, and it follows a woman named Dorothy. She's attacked by a lion. She has a lion bestie, well, I guess that's the lion that attacks her, named Toto, and they're on this new adventure trying to make it to somebody. I don't know. But yeah, it says a sexy and hilarious romance about a woman who gets dropped on a strange planet only to fall for not 1 but 2 aliens. From the USA Today bestselling author of That Time I Got Drunk and Needed a Love Potion at a Werewolf. Also, I find the cover to be just super fun. Then we have The Love Lyric by Christina Forrest. That's only 4 from there. I'm missing one. Aren't I? Am I not missing one? Maybe I am missing one. Hold on. Oh, wait. Yeah, no. I'm good. We have The Love Lyric by Christina Forrest. This is about an R&B singer and a corporate executive who let love take center stage in this romance. Ooh, and this follows the eldest Green sister. This is like the 3rd and interconnected standalones. So there's that one. And then we have Spiral by Ball Cabra, and this one is about a newly drafted hockey player for the Toronto Thunder and a aspiring ballerina. So yeah, thank you once again to Berkeley Romance for these. I guess we'll just put those there. These next 2 are actually from that book box that I was talking about. So Aardvark Book Box reached out to me and asked if I wanted to sample some of the pickings for February, and I said, why not? And so I got Junie by Erin Crosby Eckstein, and this is, I know, historical fiction. A young girl must face a life-altering decision after awakening her sister's ghost, navigating truths about love, friendship, and power as the Civil War looms. I did not know there was a ghost element. That's really cool. Then we have After the Ocean by Lauren E. Rico. Is that an A? I can't tell with the font. Still can't tell with the font. Yeah, Lauren E. Rico. And this one, is this a thriller? How do you find your way back when you've left yourself behind. Filled with emotion and intrigue, in this compelling novel, a painful, unsolved mystery from one woman's past resurfaces years later and sends her on a mission that will impact her family in ways they could never have expected. So I guess it's not really a thriller, but there's like a mystery aspect to it. And then the last book that I received from Aardvark is Flirting with Disaster by Naina Kumar. And this one, it's been years since Mina separated from her husband Nikhil, years since they first laid eyes on each other in their home state of Texas, years since they spontaneously wed in Vegas and she felt true happiness. Now a high-powered lawyer on Capitol Hill and ready to move on, at least she thinks so, with another successful lawyer, Sheikh, Mina has returned to Texas, this time finally to obtain a divorce. But there's one thing Mina didn't account for: a hurricane forming in the Gulf, veering right toward them and giving them no choice but to hunker down in the home they had built together. Suddenly, she finds herself trapped amid gale force winds and pelting rain with the man she once loved. As they spend more time together, Mina begins to remember everything that drew her to Nikhil: his small town charm, his thoughtful nature, his absurdly good looks. But being with Sheikh makes sense to her. He's steady, ambitious, and wants exactly what she wants. So she'll stick to her plan, come hell or high water. But will her windswept heart make the right choice? I had not, the only one I know like a tiny bit about was Junie, but I had not read the synopses since I got these. And thank you to Aardvark Book Club for sending me these 3 beautiful new releases. All right, next up we have Brighter Than Scale, Swifter Than Flame by Neon Yang, and this was sent to me by Tor.com. This is a novella? Yeah, it's 176 pages. With an armored, oath-bound hero reminiscent of The Mandalorian and the Asian-inspired epic fantasy of She Who Became the Sun, Neon Yang's Brighter Than Scale, Swifter Than Flame is a stunning queer novella about a dragon hunter finding home with a dragon queen. That's all I need to know. That's all I'm going to read you, because I don't need to know anything else about this book. I knew I wanted to read it because I've read Neon Yang's works before and I enjoyed it. Oh, I just noticed that there's another person on this cover. I just noticed that. I did not see this person back there this entire time. I was only focusing on the person in the front. Next up, we have the paperback edition of Promise Boys by Nick Brooks. I've read this book. Loved it, absolutely loved it. Highly recommend the audiobook. It's full cast. It's also just a superb story. So it is being released in a paperback, or did it already get released? I don't know. But it has a new cover. This is said new cover. Yep. So it says, thrilling, captivating, and blade sharp. Murder wasn't part of the promise. The prestigious Urban Promise prep school might look pristine on the outside, but deadly secrets lurk within. When the principal ends up murdered on school premises and the cops come sniffing around, a trio of students, JB, Ramon, and Trey, emerge as the prime suspects. But with all 3 maintaining their innocence, they must band together to track down the real killer before they're arrested. Or is the true culprit hiding among them? That's how you do the synopsis of a thriller. That was perfect and really encapsulates everything you need to know. Again, highly recommend this book. Absolutely love it. If you watched my creating my 5-star shelf video, which you should, you will know that this is actually on my 5-star shelf. And thank you to Fierce Freeds for this copy. Next up, we have Salty Spice and a Little Bit Nice by Cynthia Timoti. This is a romance. Is this? Oh, it's an adult romance. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, it's an adult romance. It says, Crazy Rich Asians meets Always Be My Maybe in this deliciously sugar-free but oh so sweet rom-com. So we have a woman who escapes to the other side of the country to put her dream of opening a sugar-free bakery into action. And then, but then the storefront turns out to be a dump, and the only person who can help her turn things around is her brother's best friend and the man responsible for crushing her heart. This also has diabetes rep, I believe Okay, yeah. Ellie has type 1 diabetes, hence not hence, but that is what inspires her to open up the sugar-free bakery. And yeah, thank you so much to Bramble for this book. That is who sent it to me, right? Yep. And this one comes out in May. I probably should have been telling you when these came out for the ones that I know. Brighter Than Scale, Swifter Than Flame also comes out in May. I think these romances are already out. This Could Be Forever comes out in May. Goodbye My Princess comes out in June. The American Queen and The Filling Station are already out as well. Same with these three. After the Ocean, Junie, and Flirting with Disaster. All right, we have 4 more to go. Next up, we have Tideborn by Eliza Chan. This is actually the conclusion to the Drowned World duology. I'm not going to read the back because I've not yet read the first book, and I really feel like there was not a year between these releases. I feel like I just got the first book, which, yes, I don't know if you can see, you probably can't. It's right here. It like literally is right here behind me. So yeah, I need to read that. But yeah, I know there's water folk and I think there's nymphs, and that's all I got. And that's all I'm not even gonna look at the back. But thank you so much to Orbit for this finished copy. Then we have Our Beautiful Boys by Samir Pandaya. This one comes out March 18th. Oh, where's the synopsis? Okay, but oh, here it is. When the star players on a high school football team are accused of violence by another student, their secrets and the secrets of their parents threaten to shatter their entire community, and a gripping novel of race, class, and privilege from the author of Members Only. Ooh. Insightful and deeply human, Our Beautiful Boys is about race and class, about parents trying to raise good boys in our fraught times, and the conflict we find when all these slam together. It's about the kids inside each parent, and the games the world makes each of us play. Okay. And thank you so much to Ballantine Books for this arc. Next, we have a cozy mystery. Actually, is it cozy? It might be cozy. I don't know. I know it's a mystery. It's giving cozy mystery vibes, and it's the first, I think it's the first in a series. The back makes it seem like that. But anyways, this is A Murder for Miss Hortense by Mel Pennant, and it says, retired nurse, avid gardener, and renowned cake maker Miss Hortense has lived in Biggleswade, okay, a quiet suburb of Birmingham, England, since she emigrated from Jamaica in 1960. She takes great pride in her home, starching her lace curtains bright white, and she can tell if she's being shortchanged on turmeric before she's taken her first bite of a beef patty. 35 years of nursing have also left her afraid of nobody, whether a local drug dealer or an interfering priest, and she's an expert at deciphering other people's secrets with just a glance. Miss Hortense used to use her skills to benefit the Partner Network, a local group of Black investors that she helped found. Until, that is, she was unceremoniously ousted from its ranks, severing her ties to the majority of her friends and community. That was 30 years ago. Now, as a new millennium dawns, an unidentified man has been found dead in one of the partner members' homes, a Bible quote written beside his body. Suddenly, Miss Hortense finds her long-buried past rushing back, bringing memories of the worst moments of her life and secrets behind an unsolved crime that has haunted her for decades. Okay, and this one will be released on June 10th. Thank you so much to Pantheon for the ARC copy. Is this an ARC? Yes. Thank you so much to Pantheon for the ARC copy. And the last book in this haul is What Will People Think by Sarah Hamdan. It says, a young New Yorker must hide her fledgling stand-up comedy career from her straight-laced family until a buried generational truth threatens to peek out from behind the curtain in this heartfelt, funny debut novel. Okay, equal parts funny and tender, What Will People Think is a heart-bursting exploration of what it means to discover and embrace the hidden parts of yourself and how love in all its forms can make you whole. And this comes out in May. Thank you so much to Henry Holt and Company for this arc. Yeah, that is it. These are all the books that I received in the months of January and February. Thanks so much to the publishers as well as Aardvark Book Box for sending me these beauty. They sound so good. I can't wait to get to them. Well, I'll get to Tideborn once I read Fathom Folk. But yeah, that is it. If you like this video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. And if you're already subscribed, thank you, but make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video or go live for reading sprints. If you want to further contribute to my content, you can become a channel member or join my Patreon. Or if you want to do a one-time thing, feel free to leave a super thanks on this video. Check out my Kofi, my Bond Shop, my Etsy, as well as my Pango Books storefront. All of my socials, as well as the link to my blog, are linked down below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!
I ain't living for the moment. I see what's mine and I want it. Hungry like a Pac-Man. I'm Bruce Wayne and Batman. I'm Naruto with a Hanzo. Got a sharp mind like I'm Einstein. Plus I'm copywriting, so it's all mine. Check it for me, I'm in the sky.